What is happening, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. If you are a front-end developer, you know choosing the right cloud platform can make all the difference in how smoothly your project runs. So in this video, I'll be showing you 3 cloud platforms that are best for front-end developers. And the best thing about the platforms that I'm about to show you is they all have free plans that you can use to host your hobby projects or just to try out the platform itself. So without wasting any more time, let's get into it. So platform number 1 that I have on my list is Netlify. Netlify is one of the best cloud providers that front-end developers can use because it has really easy to use UI that you can utilize to host your projects. And the best thing about Netlify is it connects directly with your Git repository. If you are hosting your Git repository on one of the platforms like GitHub or Bitbucket, Netlify will connect directly to that platform, and every time you push your code to the repository, Netlify will automatically go get your latest code, build it and deploy it without you having to do anything. That is one of the best things about Netlify. Along with the hosting services, some of the other services that Netlify provides includes serverless functions, edge functions, and Netlify also allows you to do A/B testing at branch level, which is really awesome. So now I'll go ahead and show you how easy it is to host your projects on Netlify. So I'll be showing you how to host a Next.js project. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and click on login because I have already signed up for Netlify. If you're new to Netlify, just click on sign up and just go through the whole process. I'll click on login. Once you are in, you'll see this dashboard. It might look a bit different for you because I have a bunch of other projects that are hosted on Netlify. So what I'll do next is I'll click on add new site, and to import project directly from GitHub or Bitbucket, click on import an existing project, and then Netlify will give you a bunch of other options. You can select GitHub, GitLab, Bitbucket. For me it is GitHub, so I'll go with that. The next step is Netlify will show you all your repositories, so you can select the repository that you want to deploy. So for me, I'll deploy Resumify, and on the next page it'll ask you which branch you want to deploy. So for example, if you don't want to deploy main branch, you just want to have the feature previewed which is on some other branch, you can select it from this drop down, and then you can select base directory where you want to run the build command. For me, I want to run it in the base directory. There is no other base directory, so I'll just leave it as empty. I'll leave the build command as empty as well because this is a Next.js project and this is the correct command. And then publish directory is basically where will the code go after it's finished building. So for Next.js it's .next folder, so I'll leave that as it is. And all these options, Netlify will automatically detect what kind of project is it, and it'll automatically pre-fill these options. As you can see, Netlify is already saying this is a Next.js site, so they're able to detect and pre-fill all these commands and publish directory. So we'll leave that as it is, and that's pretty much it. Now you can just click on deploy site, and Netlify will go ahead and deploy this site for you within minutes. Now if you want to see the progress of how the deployment is going, you can click on this and you'll come to this page where you can see what stage of the deployment is happening currently. So we are still in the initial phases, so it's initializing. In this step we'll probably be downloading all the npm packages that are needed for the project, so we'll let it run for a few minutes and then we'll come back. Okay, so as you can see, Netlify has finished going through all the steps and it has deployed the site. You can now preview the site by clicking on this preview button, or you can also just go back. So we'll go back and Netlify will give you this URL. It'll generate this URL that you can use to preview your app. So we'll click on that, and this is your app deployed on Netlify within 3 to 4 minutes. Now let's move on to platform number 2. So platform number 2 that I have on my list is Vercel. And if you have been using Next.js, you know Vercel is the creator of Next.js. So they allow you to deploy Next.js projects pretty easily. Now Vercel is very similar to Netlify, but they recently started offering storage services as well. Similar to Netlify, Vercel also connects directly with your Git repository, and it will also automatically fetch the latest code and build it and deploy it for you. The only plus point of Vercel is they have started offering storage services now, and if you have an app that does require you to store store images somewhere, or you need a DB and you want to have all that in under one umbrella, Vercel is probably the one for you. And the best thing about Vercel is it also includes a free plan that you can use to just try out the platform itself. The only thing where Vercel falls a little bit behind Netlify is A/B testing. Configuring A/B testing on Vercel is not as easy as configuring it on Netlify. So now I'll go ahead and show you how you can deploy Next.js project on Vercel within minutes. So I'll click on login. If you're new to Vercel, just click on sign up and go through the regular process. So I'll click on login. I'll do continue with GitHub. Once you're logged in, now here Vercel is giving you a bunch of options that you can select from if you want to use a template. But for me, I already have a project hosted on GitHub. So I'll click on create new project, and now Vercel will give me all my repository listing. So for me, I'll select Resumify, click on import. And one thing that I noticed on Vercel is you do need to configure it a little bit, which is super weird because Vercel is the creator of Next.js. So they should be able to just detect and pre-fill all the configuration. But the one thing that you do need to fill is output directory. So I'll select this and enter .next because this is where our build code will go. Now, before we click deploy, you also have the option to configure environment variables if you like. So next we'll just click on deploy, and let's see how long does it take to deploy. It will hardly take 3 to 4 minutes, but you'll see. Okay, as you can see, Vercel has finished deploying our project. You can click on this image and it'll take you to the project itself. So there you go. And it literally takes even less than like 2 minutes to deploy your project on Vercel. That's pretty much it for Vercel. There are a lot more options, but I'm not going to cover everything in this video. If you would like me to go into detail on any of these platforms, let me know in the comments below. And now let's move on to the third platform. Platform number 3 that I have on my list is called Render. Render offers a lot more services than compared to Vercel or Netlify. You can go through all the features and services that Render offers from this drop down. As you can see, it allows you to host static site, it allows you to host web services, private services, background workers, cron jobs, PostgreSQL, and Redis. And these are the features that Render offers. But we'll be focusing on just simply deploying our Next.js app. Render is very similar to Vercel and Netlify in certain ways, but it is a little bit more difficult to deploy things on Render. It does require a little bit of configuration. So let's go ahead and sign into Render. I'll continue with GitHub. And similar to Vercel and Netlify, Render will also just fetch all your repository and show you. Now, once you're on the Render dashboard, you're logged in, it'll give you the options to select any of these services. So for us, we just want to select a web service because we want a Node.js service that will run our Next.js project. So I'll click on new web service, and here you have the list of repositories. I'll select the Resumify and click on connect. Now Render will ask you to name your service, so I'll just give it a name of Resumify. And then one of the best thing about Render is it does allow you to select the region where you want to deploy your app. So for example, if you're in the US, you want to select US West or East to be able to serve your audience fastest. So for example, if you're in Europe, you might want to select Frankfurt. They will add a lot more options in the future, but for now, these are the 4 options available. The branch is main, that seems correct. We'll leave root directory as empty. Runtime is node, but it does give you the option to have bunch of other runtimes as well. The build commands are fine, so you can have multiple build commands. So for example, the first command that it'll run is yarn, which will install all the packages, and the second command it will run is yarn build, which will build the project. And then to start the project, we have yarn start, and this is where you can select how much RAM, how many CPUs you want. We are on the free plan, so we'll just go with this. So one of the things that you need to keep in mind when you're deploying Next.js apps on Render is Render comes with version 14 of Node, but we want higher version. So what you can do is you can click on this advanced drop down, click on add environment variable, and here you can specify Node version, and we will set it to 16. Now Render will use Node version 16 for this web service. After, you can leave all these as empty. After everything is configured properly, you can click on create web service. Now the reason why you might want to consider Render over Vercel and Netlify is if your app does require a bunch of other stuff. For example, it requires a cron jobs to run at certain interval, or if you require Redis, that's where you might want to use Render. And Render does give you a bit more control over your web services. That is the plus first point of render. So we have started the deployment of Next.js app. Let's see how long does it take for render to finish deploying. Okay, so render has finished deploying the app. So we'll click on this URL and preview the app. Okay, great. So this is what the app looks like. Now you have seen the all three platforms and how easy it is to just use the free plans to try out the platforms and deploy your hobby projects. If you would like me to make a detailed video on any of these platforms or on maybe all three platforms, let me know in the comments below. That's pretty much it for this video. I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you like the video, consider subscribing. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you.